Hello and welcome to this Minecraft Feed the Beast 1.12 episode from the Craftinomical server. My name is Vidargavia and today we're going to be working on the skyscraper behind us. I will show you what it is in case you missed it. But I'm trying to repair my pickaxe first of all, or actually my spaxel hoe. It's a really weird name, guys, honestly. Yeah, so I have been mending on it, because I couldn't really figure out any other way to repair it. And of course in our mob farm we have a million XP things. And so I'm just right-clicking on them here now, like there's no tomorrow. And hopefully that'll repair at least a bit of this spaxel hoe. Very strange thing. But it's really good. I got it from Ocean Phoenix. She has been helping me out tons with this build, and today we're going to work with her, I think, actually, to see if we can't get a bit further. But let's have a look at the build, right? So this is a massive build. This is our town area in the Craftinomical server. So here we got Narragat's build, I think, and this is somebody else's build. So Psychotic Butcher, I think, and this is Turtle's build. You can see it's green stuff. He always has green stuff. And they tasked me with doing the town hall, and I took the help of Ocean, and as you can see it's a work in progress, right? But this is a massive build, right? And it goes all the way up to build limit, I'll have you know. So that's cool. And the idea behind it, I need to tell you the idea behind it. I don't know if you are aware, but a trend in recent contemporary architecture is to build wooden skyscrapers, and I've been looking at some of them online, and this is inspired by some of them, basically, you can say. And so what we haven't done, and what we're going to do first of all, I think today, is we're going to try and build this out. This is going to be like, it's going to connect to that there. It's going to be like yeah, a bit of a third building in this, basically to balance out this tall thing here. And the idea is to have these walkways here. Well, they're not really walkways. They're going to go all around here, and they can be different shapes. So we can, for instance, take this one out here if we want to, and make this one a double, or we can go down and stuff like that. It's going to be a little bit random. And then in some of them we're going to have windows, or yeah, let's say in 40% of them we're going to have windows. In the next 40% we're going to have things like this, greenery. Interesting little features and stuff like that, although I think the greenery is going to be imperative in this case. And then in the rest we're going to have special things. And so this is the town hall anyway. Now we have been discussing tons, me and Ocean, about what glass we are supposed to have here. This is pale blue pigmented glass, and that looks fairly nice. And this here, this is mana glass, and that is also nice. But I think both of these are a little bit too pale. This is monoglass panes. This here, on the other hand, is light blue pigmented glass from Binnie's Botany, and that is way too bright, I think. Now this is just out of the question. All of the vanilla glass types are out of the question on account of these stripes. They don't look modern at all. This here is Alice blue pigmented glass. That's quite nice actually. But again, a little bit pale. There's some white stained glass, and this one I think is what we're going to go for. We're going to try and go for it. Sky blue pigmented glass. Now the only problem is getting a lot of this, and we're going to need something like 4,000 blocks, or even more. Getting a lot of this is very tricky. So I think what we're going to do first, before we even build anything here, is we're going to meet up with Ocean and discuss what we're going to do with this. And she has set up this little breeding ground for Binnie's flowers, and she's trying to figure this mod out. It's an add-on mod to forestry, but it's very poorly documented, guys. So we're struggling a bit, but we'll see what we have to show you about that now. Hello, Ocean.
Hello.
How are you?
All right.
Okay, cool. So this sky blue pigment
Yeah.
Run us through this this stuff here. What is this sky blue?
The Holy Grail.
Yeah.
We want it to make sky blue glass.
Yeah.
Binnie's Botany adds like 80 shades of dyes that you can use to make glass and ceramics. And we want to really fine-tune the color we use.
Yeah.
The sky blue is nice. However, we need loads of pigment for it.
Yes.
And we're really struggling to automate mass production of it.
That's right, yeah. Because when you plant these, even if you have only cornflowers, for instance, right? And plant only them in a Binnie's thingy, on Binnie's soil, they start mutating, the little blighters.
Yeah.
And so we get all sorts. We get all the way from pink, really, I guess, to red, just from that.
There's a lot of like reds, yellows, and pinks that we get.
Yeah. And only very few of these sky blue things, and we need like thousands of them. Yeah. And so we were struggling like mad, and we've actually even posted on Reddit asking about it, and nobody seems to actually know a good way to do it. So this is what we come up with, okay? I read on the Binnie's curse page that you can automate production of the flowers in a forestry farm, because remember, Binnie's is like a support mod for forestry. So and neither of us has ever done any forestry stuff. But we really want this blue glass, sky blue glass. So we're trying our best here. So we've made this thermionic fabricator. We made a bunch of electron tubes, both golden and tin ones, and we're now going to try and set up this farm around here. We're back at my base, by the way. And then the idea is to just basically fill it with these flowers, hope that they don't mutate too much, and see what we can get out of it. So that's the idea. And yeah, I think the thing with forestry farms is that they're multi-block structures. They're made out of these farm blocks. Basically, I think you need 60 of these. So as you can see, actually it's a 5x4x5. It says here. So I think the documentation online is out. So we might need more than 60 then. That's 100. But so you need 100 blocks, we think, and then one of them needs to be a gearbox, which is it's just basically a variation on the farm block. You just add some gears to it, and then we need one. Let's see, where is it? Hatch to put in things, I think. That's again a variation on the farm block. And then we need one valve, which is, yeah, again, a variation. And finally we need a farm control, which uses that golden electron tube. So once you have all those blocks, you need to put them together somehow. I don't know how. We're going to figure that out. So, but yeah. we'll try and fiddle with this and see what we can come up with in this area here.
I don't think it's 100 would be if it was solid.
And I think,
are we making like a shell?
I think it's solid though, but we'll see.
Okay.
Okay, so we have figured some things out about forestry and about Binnies here. We think we're getting there. So we built this massive farm, and then I made sure I built it out of quartz because that's much nicer than stone brick. And then, of course, Ocean placed the stone brick all around here anyway. But I think we might.
I wasn't not thinking.
That's okay. That's okay. And so this thing here needs fertilizer, which is apatite and sand, and it needs water and it needs power. And so the water goes into the valve, the fertilizer goes into the hatch. Presumably on the hatch as well we take out the produce, but we'll get to that in a minute. The power goes into this block over here, which is the gearbox. Yeah, that's right. So we have the control left, and I don't think we need to connect anything to that. But yeah, so this Binnie's stuff, to reprogram a forestry farm, you need to put the correct tube into it, combined with some circuit boards and stuff like that. It's all very involved, and there's no in-game manual. I think that's rubbish, to be honest, but it's fair enough. Yeah. And as you can see, Binnie's adds new tubes to the game. And so if we hover over these, you can see that we can get flowers from these. We just need to figure out exactly what the right conditions are for the sky blue things. Could you please kill him a bit quieter?
I'm sorry, my armor's noisy.
Yeah, so as you can see, they all have different acidity, moisture, and whether or not it's fertilized or unfertilized. So we're just going to figure out the right thing here, and then we're going to program this thing. Why are there zombies here, honestly? Away with you. Get electrocuted. No! You don't have armor. How do you have armor when you don't have armor?
It's invisible.
That is cheating. That is cheating.
It's amazing.
I need to do some invisible armor for sure. Okay, so we'll figure the tube out and that, and then we're gonna go and see if this thing works.
Yeah. How do you use the soldering iron?
Aha, yep, that is indeed the question.
Solders electron tubes. Oh, I can open it. Okay.
Oh, you put the empty socket is where the tube goes in the end, isn't it? Oh, you have a soldering iron in your hand there, along with your rainbow sword thing.
Hey! I did it!
Okay, cool. So then we put that in here, and hopefully that'll show flowers. It shows flowers.
Yes!
So then in the top here, we have to put these things in, right?
I think so.
Then what happens?
No, I don't know.
It's not doing anything. Let's see. Normal. 73% hydration. Program your farms. Oh, wait a minute. We have something here. Cornflower.
I just put those in.
Oh, did you? Okay. Oh, and
I
they
wanted
disappeared.
to see if it would.
Oh,
I
no.
took them out.
Okay. You're trolling me.
And instantly admitting. You can pick either automatic farm or manual farm in the soldering iron.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure, no, it is programmed to be automatic.
Oh, no, wait a minute. It doesn't have power again.
Oh.
Alright, let's try this.
Wasn't even saying. That's interesting.
I know, it wasn't. Well, plant yourself, you donut. Oh, but did you take that out?
Yeah, sorry.
I
wanted to see if you had to like click on these flowers to change it to.
Yeah, I've tried that already.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we have fertilizer, we have water, we have power. Flowers, moisture. I'm skeptical though to the fact that this is stone. I think this needs to be like soil. Let's try and. Do you have any of that soil that plant needs to or wants to grow in?
I can do. Let's see. Manage farms. We'll also set the necessary soil.
Oh, okay. Do you want to... removable with the soldering iron. Okay. Do you want to have more of these tubes so you can try it out?
Well, I think I can reprogram it, but I can't get back the tubes. Yeah, I can't get back the tubes that I already used.
Okay, I'll make some more. So, it's now the next day. It's in fact, it's 24 hours after we started this episode.
Yep.
and I've led my normal family life. I've been to work, and I've had a nice dinner and all that sort of stuff. And you've been slaving away at this all day.
On and off all day. Yeah.
On and off all day. So this doesn't look exactly like what it looked like when we left it. What has happened?
So, let me think back. The issue was that we were getting, even if I started off with just one germling, issues were happening. So there's two separate issues that can happen. If you have two of the plants next to each other, they'll cross-pollinate and then spread to the side if the farm doesn't harvest them in time, which tends to happen, because I think they can start doing that as soon as they're adult, but they can only be harvested when their age is 1. So first thing was to separate them like this so that they can't cross-pollinate / spread.
Yeah.
And then I was finding that they can then self-pollinate and spread. So they have to not be next to any block where they can spread to. Yeah. And then after I did that, fixed that, I discovered that the farm wasn't harvesting all of them, or wasn't harvesting them fast enough so that they would self-pollinate and then would die and spawn a new flower there, and then you'd get random colors and other flowers creeping in. And
so you started removing blocks basically where it wasn't harvesting fast enough, and this
I discovered
weird
this pattern
is what we were left with.
is where the farm will always harvest them from. I have no idea why. Probably some kind of glitch. There might be other spots that it'll always harvest from as well, but it was interesting that it was just these blocks on every side of the farm. So this is what we have, and it is working. All the germlings are going back through, and we've got over 3 stacks of flowers.
Yeah, here's some germlings right here that we're looking at now. They're going to go into this chest, which also has the fertilizer in it, and then it's going to go back into the farm. And these things, well, they're going to eventually, we're going to turn this on again, and they're going to go into the crafter thing, and it's going to become pigment. So.
And we're also using gravel because this, I think it's this biome automatically moisturizes the soil and makes it wet, and most of these flowers die in wet soil, so the gravel takes the moisture out.
The gravel dehydrates the soil a bit, right?
We're in a lush hills. That's the only thing I can think that would be making them moisturized. Yes. The gravel
and so I have a theory though. Well, first of all, I think that we are not running the latest version of Binnies or Forestry, and I think if we update, we'll have a bit of a smoother experience. That's my first thought. The second thought is that the entire day, pretty much, you ran this farm without fertilizer, because at some point last night I said, oh, we need to remove the fertilizer for obscure reasons that I can't remember anymore. However, the thing is, in forestry farms, and I've read this in the forestry manual that is included in the latest version of forestry, in forestry farms, the dirt is eroded as you plant on it. And if you don't have fertilizer, it'll become slower and slower and slower and slower.
Okay.
Right. So it is possible, now that we have added back the fertilizer in, that we could add another row, for instance, and try that out.
I mean, I had actually added fertilizer back to it before you suggested doing it.
Okay.
Because when we started yesterday, it was automatically fertilizing dirt that it placed, and it stopped doing that. I don't know why. So I don't know if it's actually it is actually draining slowly. Yeah.
Yeah, the fertilizer goes very slowly though. So I mean, we probably have enough fertilizer in the little chest there for a lifetime supply or something like that.
Yeah.
But okay, so the cool thing about this though is that this is what you can do. This is what we can do at the moment. I think we need to do some more experiments, maybe with the latest versions of everything.
Yeah.
But I think this will do for now, don't you think? Because over time this will accumulate. And I think it's going faster now than it was before as well.
It is. We're
really
getting
cool
maybe 2 or 3 per minute. So if we leave it on overnight or something,
500 minutes is nothing to get 1,000 done.
Nothing to get started. And each flower will give us 4 blocks of pigmented glass. I feel so rich.
That's right, yeah. And I haven't told you this maybe, but that's just the beginning.
Yeah. But if we leave it running, it'll
And the shiny thing is these we can load these chunks, of course. So this will run. We don't have to be online or anything. So, oh man, yeah, okay. So thank you very much for all your hard work, Ocean. This is awesome.
You're welcome. I wanted it to work as well, so.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like a puzzle, isn't it? You get, or I'm like that anyway. I get annoyed if I don't understand what the heck is going on.
Yeah.
So
I will not be defeated.
No, exactly.
Basically.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, so guys, I said in the beginning of this video that I was going to build on the skyscraper as well. Well, I'm obviously not, because this took so much time. We're going to have to do that another day, and yeah, hopefully, well, in fact, maybe next time we'll start with a time-lapse of, well, actually not next time, because I've already, I think, recorded the next episode. But the episode after that, we might start with a time lapse of us building a bit on the skyscraper.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
make a change.
Yeah, it'll be nice to play some blocks.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is gonna have to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Bye.
Bye.